Travis, today we're going to tackle the big tariff headlines.
Can't avoid it. Right?
Yeah, rattling these investors today. It's not easy. But earlier this week on March 4th, the U.S. applied new tariffs to our trade partners. 25% to China, 25% to Canada and Mexico, and then another 10% on China, which they already had 10% on from the previous Trump administration. Right. So it's a total of 20. Proponents say it'll boost American jobs and revenue and may even pressure trade partners on issues like immigration.
Right.
So critics warn of higher prices and trade wars. Either way, people are buzzing about it and worried about their portfolios because of all the volatility we've been seeing.
Yeah, I mean, that's the old adage, Steve. I mean, markets don't like uncertainty, right? No. And these tariffs are causing uncertainty, and they right on cue they spark short-term volatility, right? Yes, we saw markets even whip around intraday, which I like volatility. Intraday volatility gets you a little nervous, right? When you see big reversals and so forth. So think, inflation spikes and dips in stocks like auto, because a lot of those autos have to go back and forth over the Canadian border quite a few times and the Mexican border quite a few times before a car's built, which is a little bizarre to think about, and retail, as those goods are coming into the country and we're consuming them, right?
Yeah.
Retaliation might actually hit our exports here too, and consumers could face pricier goods, but there's a flip side. Tariffs might juice domestic industries long term. Think manufacturing. If you're bringing that on shore, or infrastructure plays. But even if prices rise, and this is the hard part to predict, substitution for U.S. goods or non-tariff imports could stabilize things over time. However, those benefits could take years to play out, not weeks. And headlines and the news, they don't wait. No. And they don't tell you those things, right?
No, that is correct.
Right. Thinking about second-order effects of tariffs is a lot tougher for the news to unwind. They just want to hit you with the cost of everything is going to go up.
Right now, yeah. Yep. And everybody takes it in right now because we get information right now.
Right.
The key here is to zoom out, though, Travis. Without letting the daily noise derail you, markets have weathered tariffs before. Trump's first term saw bumps, but the S&P did still climb longer term. This also is likely the part of negotiation tactics that the administration says will put pressure on our trade partners to address issues like the fentanyl trafficking that's going on and the immigration.
Yeah.
Whether you see tariffs as a win for America or a cost hike, the data says long-term fundamentals, earnings and innovation, drive wealth, not short-term swings like these media feeds.
Well, I think a lot of people will focus on like the now effect of earnings, right, for companies, because they'll say, the cost of whatever they're importing or the cost of the goods they use to make their product are going to go up. But they again, the second order effects, what innovation is going to evolve from that if the company has to deal with it? What is going to be brought on shore? How are they going to innovate to make their, product, more affordable for people? Those are harder things to predict because there's just a lot of different forces in the economy pulling on those. And that's what makes this, a little tougher to understand. That's why markets kind of gyrate going, wait, what's going on?
Yeah.
So
2% up and down in a day.
Yeah, right. So, and tariffs, they might shift, supply chains or spark opportunities for U.S. firms here. Volatility, sure. But like you pointed out at the very beginning of this, it's noise, right? It's a lot of noise in the markets. If you have a diversified portfolio, stocks, bonds, alternatives, allocated correctly, and I'm going to stress this, for your situation.
Correct.
Right? That can help you ride this out. Patience generally turns uncertainty into growth. And, if you're nervous about things and you want a second opinion, call us, right?
Yes.
Let us review that plan. We'll stress test it for inflation or trade hiccups and, focus on your goals. What are your goals? Maybe it's retirement. Maybe you want to leave a legacy, whatever drives you. Long-term wins do not come from chasing headlines, right? They come from focusing on the fundamentals, your plan, and how things play out over time. And, markets will adapt to this, and so should you. So give us a call. Let's talk strategy, and, reach out today.
Absolutely, because we're here to help prevent you from derailing your long-term plan.
That's the most important thing an advisor can do for you, I think. Yeah.
That's absolutely right, Travis. It's been great. I look forward to it next week.
Look forward to it as well.